If you travel far enough into the arid expanses of Central Asia, the landscape begins to feel infinite. Miles of sun-baked dunes stretch endlessly under a harsh, flat horizon. Eventually, rising out of that dust, you encounter the Ichen Kala, the ancient inner fortress of Khiva. Out here, everything is constructed from the earth itself. The city walls, the domes, the streets, they all share this continuous, monochromatic clay tone. You approach the massive west gate, completely surrounded by this imposing, earth-colored armor. It's built to keep the elements out and to hide whatever is inside. This overwhelming sea of brown is entirely intentional. It acts as a psychological primer, because the moment you step through that gate, the desert camouflage drops away. Look at this map of the city entrance. This dotted line tracks your sightline passing through the Atta Darvaza gate. You don't get a sweeping view of a town square. Your vision is immediately blocked by a massive, unavoidable structure. This is the Kulta Minor, a colossal cylinder wrapped in intense, blindingly vibrant blue and green glaze, aggressively interrupting the yellow skyline. Minarets are typically slender and elegant. They taper toward the sky. But Kulta Minor sits wide and blunt on the ground, resembling a giant porcelain vessel that plummeted from the clouds and stuck fast in the mud. The flat top and unusually thick proportions reveal a building frozen mid-ascent, a massive, vibrant fragment of an abandoned dream. This schematic shows the footprint for the actual dream. The current height is 29 meters, but the base spans 14.2 meters. That width was the foundation for the wireframe above. They were aiming for the Islamic world's tallest minaret at 70 to 80 meters. In 1851, the ruler of Khiva, Muhammad Amin Khan, ordered its construction. The ambition was staggering. The Khan reportedly wanted a tower tall enough to gaze across the harsh desert all the way to his rivals in the city of Bukhara. It was a physical projection of power. The minaret was connected directly to the Muhammad Amin Khan Madrasa, one of the largest Islamic schools in Central Asia. By tying extreme vertical height to the center of religious education, Kulta Minor was engineered to serve as a constant reminder of the Khan's authority. But ambition requires momentum. In 1855, the noise of laborers and the firing of the brick kilns abruptly stopped. The tower was left stranded at just 29 meters, completely abandoned. This timeline tracks its violent end. The solid blue line is documented truth. The Khan died in battle, erasing the funding. The dashed line is legend. Rivals bribed the master architect. When the Khan plotted his murder, the architect fled, abandoning the site. The sudden vacuum of power and expertise left the site in a state of permanent arrest. What was once a high-stakes engineering project became a colossal, silent stump. Look closely at this breakdown of the surface tile work. Because they never reached the sparser upper sections, all intricate decorative effort is concentrated at eye level. Using a zero blank space approach, Kulta Minor is entirely covered in glaze, with practically no bare surface. This graphic breaks down how that density operates. The dominant turquoise glaze mimics an oasis, representing water and life. Dark blue bands suggest the infinite cosmos, while pure white tiles cut through the color, outlining sharp geometric rhythms to keep patterns legible. This architectural halt concentrated its visual power. Stopping at 29 meters left the base as a blinding, dense beacon against the yellow dust. When you zoom out and look at Khiva's skyline today, you see a scattering of other minarets that actually fulfilled their architectural promise. This chart compares Kulta Minor against the Islam Khoja minaret, built decades later. Reaching 56.6 meters, it features a slender taper with sparse tilework. Islam Khoja provides the necessary vertical height, but the short, unfinished Kulta Minor entirely dominates Khiva's visual identity. It's a striking paradox. A structure engineered to project imperial dominance is now beloved because of its vulnerability. Its failure is what makes it approachable. If the dream had been finished, Kulta Minor would simply be another tall tower. Because it was frozen halfway, its very imperfection made it the irreplaceable symbol of the city.